To the country music social media sessions, and I'm very excited to finally get Biddy Ronelle on board. How are you?
I'm good. We were just saying how busy life has been or is getting. So yeah, I'm good.
Brilliant. Oh, that's good. No, it's good to see you virtually anyway. It's nice to finally kind of meet you. We talk quite a lot.
Yeah, we are kind of like opposite ends of the country, me and you.
Yeah, I'm right down the bottom.
Yeah, I'm right in the middle.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it's just lovely to speak to you. And I know you've been obviously getting busy again now, but I will ask what I've been asking a lot of people. How have you found the lockdown? Because obviously, like me, you gig for a living, you do theatre, you do the circuit, you do your own music. So how did you cope?
Yeah, so it kind of went, like you said, you know, as a musician, you kind of have your fingers in a lot of pies, especially when you get older, because if you want it to be a full-time job, you got to be versatile. And I was jumping on theatre tours, I was a swing for some tours, and then, yes, your own music and doing the pubs and clubs as well, all the covers scene. And then to kind of lose it all was like, oh, okay. And it was a bit of a reset button. And I, in a strange way, I have quite enjoyed taking a step back from actually being on stage. It's done nothing for my health because I was fit as a fiddle before going into lockdown.
I think a lot of people would say the same.
And I just, you know, I've obviously worked through it. I work as I work now as a teacher. I went back to teaching, which is something I did years ago. But thankfully I did have that as a bit of a backup, and I've been working for the NHS as well. And that's kind of kept me busy. In fact, sometimes too busy, as we've established.
And how did you find working for the NHS, especially over the lockdown period with everything being so sort of up in the air? No one really knew where we were going with it, did they?
No. And honestly, like, you could always tell a little bit before everyone, you know, before Christmas, you knew things were going south really quickly. Just for the sheer amount of numbers of people that you were dealing with, because I work in NHS support, and yeah, it just got a bit crazy, and it's got slightly busier now, but nowhere near what it was. So fingers crossed, that means we're on the outward
hopefully
trajectory.
Gosh, I hope so. It's been such a long, I mean, I don't know about you, but the third lockdown, I should say, just went on for ages. The first lockdown was quite nice. You were chilling out, the weather was lovely, go for a little walk, and then winter came and it was like, oh my God, this is going on forever.
Yeah, it was strange. I think I found the first lockdown the worst because, like you, I didn't really know where the money was coming in, and you know, we're older, and I keep saying that, like, it's all right if you're young and you can live with your parents, etc. But you know, we've got bills to pay, like the mortgage and stuff, and it's like, oh, suddenly one income wasn't coming in. And that's a scary place to be for, I'm sure, a lot of people. But there was support out there, and
there was, luckily, and it was. I mean, the entertainment industry got hit. Well, the industry got hit so hard, and none of us knew, because we weren't really treated like, obviously, furloughed. Everyone else was getting their furlough. We're like, okay, that's nice. What about us? And luckily, it did come through in the end, and we could survive. And now things are coming back, which is great. But I've seen your name pretty much everywhere. Obviously, the BBC, Chris Country, on all the radio stations. I play you all the time. I get a lot of requests. Yeah, you're very popular, which is fantastic. And you've got a new single. Tell us about it.
Drink, yeah.
Oh, great name.
I know. So, I'm hoping we don't live to regret it, because it was a song that was written between, well, Stu had actually written the bare bones of the song, and I put some lyrics to it maybe about a year and a half ago, and it was originally called Day Drinking, and there was just something about it that didn't work. So it got canned, like a lot of stuff. And then when we were able to get back to the studio a couple of months ago, I was like, oh, what happened to that? I was like, can we revisit it, see if we've got something? And I just wanted something a little bit lighter, like Thrill, a bit of fun for the summer. Because after this, I joined the band, and the band will be kind of my sole focus for a while.
Brilliant.
Because I like the songwriting thing. I just don't like being on my own.
I know what you mean.
Like, I've always been a front woman, and having the team behind me is just, you know, nicer to have some banter with. Sorry, my viral protection coming up. There we go. I just got rid of it.
It picks up a virus.
Yeah, great. So that's coming out the 19th of June. We haven't actually rehearsed it, playing it yet, so that's going to be interesting, because we'll be gigging from, I think, the 1st of July is our first originals gig. So
wow.
Yeah, best get that in the bag next week.
Brilliant. So I look forward to hearing that. Send it to us when you've got it. Also, obviously, is it just going to be a band single, or is it just you?
So this is just me. It does feature some of the members of the band. like Luke on guitar, Stu, who's produced all my stuff anyway, he is on it, and Alex, who's our drummer, he features in it as well. So she kind of just gently introducing it is a rock pop song. Well, rock pop country, I guess. You know, I like my genre bending.
Yeah, I do as well. I did exactly the same. I don't think I can class myself as just a country artist. It's so much blending.
No, and I don't think, there's no need for it nowadays. Like, that whole scene is gone. And I had an interview with Joey Clarkson the other day, and I was telling her about some albums I've had through on the alt country show, and I was like, this is a bit of everything, and I quite like it because it makes it interesting.
Yeah, it's right. It's nice to be able to play with music. That's what it's all about, is playing with it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not
exactly.
pigeonholing yourself. And you're such a powerhouse of a vocalist as well. So I know you do the theatres. Are you getting back on the theatre trail as well?
Oh, we're hoping to. It's all set to go, like rehearsals. We're meant to be, with the Blues Brothers, we're meant to be opening at Birmingham on the 31st of July. Now it's still in the diary. It's still good to go, even if there's social distancing, because it's a big enough theatre. And, just there's rehearsals for all sorts. I'm doing backing vocalists for a couple of people over the summer. So Jude is like, I've got so much cramming to do. I feel like I'm going to get like my exams at the end of it.
Yeah, it's swamping yourself, isn't it? But it's like we've been away from it for so long, then suddenly it all comes back at once, and it's like we're not used to it now.
Yeah, and you can't say no. I don't want to say no. I'm like, no. I need to catch up.
No, I don't blame you. And good luck with it. I hope it all goes well, because I think it's looking good so far. I mean, I've just booked tickets for Lion King and Les Mis and stuff like that. So It's just like, it's really exciting to like be able to go back to the theatre, and I can't wait to for things to get back to this normal, especially in the entertainment industry, because you think about it. When lockdown happened, everything that was taken away was everything that was fun. The music,
exactly.
The arts, and it was like you don't realise how much you need it. And I think the general public didn't realise how much they needed it as well. Because I've done a couple of gigs and they've been brilliant. So people have missed it.
Well, I've got my first gigs this weekend. I purposely did that because I was still teaching up until, obviously, I teach ASA level BTEC. So up until last week, it was obviously chaotic.
Yeah, I bet.
And now, like, they've all gone, they've left, and I was like, oh, right, okay, now it kind of calms down. I was like, I can start gigs again. And like I said, looking at June, I'm like, oh, I don't think I get a day off through June, but that's fine.
Oh, no, best of luck to you. It'd be great. You'll love it. You'll relish every minute of it. Well, I've seen your names up for awards as well. And now you've got the ISA awards and all that. But I've also noticed didn't you have a songwriter award, a nomination?
Yeah, well, the International Songwriting Competition, which is a competition you enter yourself anyway.
Okay. That's good.
But, just didn't expect to get anywhere, but we got to the semi-finals. But that was it. I mean, we were, like, not expecting anything off it.
Wow.
I mean, a couple of years ago, we did the UK ones, and again, semi-finals. And it just again, I feel like sometimes you shouldn't enter them, but then it's like also quite fun to enter.
Yeah. And also, you don't know who's going to hear it.
Double-edged sword, exactly. So you're like, oh, okay. And you look at people who have been in the awards and the finalists this year, like Casey Barnes, Kenny Forster in Nashville, Kay Vogel, and like they're all names you've heard of, like especially on our scene. And I was like, oh well,
why not?
But then they hound you with emails anyway, so it's like,
you have to do it at the end, yeah. So, but it would be lovely to hear a song from you, the first one. So, what were you going to do for us first?
Sorry, that was my chair moving. That's not me. I'm literally stuck to the chair because it's that hot in this music studio.
It's hot,
I've got like my teaching studio.
Oh, wow.
But yes, it's hot, and this is a leather chair, and I've got shorts on and sunburn. And I think I'm stuck now. So this is the first time I played it live was the other day on Joey's stream, because it's been one of those songs ever since I wrote it that I've always relied on Stu when he's playing with me to just get through. Because it's such a wordy number. But I finally got over my fear of doing it just with the keys. So I'm going to do Raising Hell. I'm going to go right back to the start now.
Brilliant. Oh, I love this track. Okay, take it away when you're ready, Don.
Daddy was a farmer. Mama worked the bar. Daddy was a good man, and Mama broke his heart. Dinner at the table, children made to choose with your mama or with your daddy. Either way, you're gonna lose. Yours is splitting hours, back and forth we drove. Mama dragged us through the mill, and Daddy saved our souls. Grew up fast and nasty on those cigarettes and pills. 2 kids from the block who are tougher than a rock, the kind of story that'll give you chills. Look down, oh, look deeper down into the stories eyes tell. But pull away from the lovers, hiding under covers, cause the history tells well. Look down, oh, look deeper down, toss a coin in a wishing well. Feeling sorry for my brother, should have been a better mother. How I miss you, my Michelle. Mama taught me violence, and Daddy taught me lies. My daddy tried to save me, but he couldn't if he tried. Stepsister had those babies, so I just hid my pride. I couldn't hold them if I wanted, I didn't want them in my sights. Found out just way too early what a man can leave behind. I grew up wanting freedom, grew older killing time. When you grown up fast and nasty, the last thing that's on your mind is staring at the clock or leaving aftershocks of the life you left behind. Look down, oh, look deeper down into the stories eyes tell. Pull away from the lovers, hiding on the covers, cause the history taught us well. Look down, oh, look deeper down into the waters as they swell, creating waves like no other, just a sister and a brother, just content on raising. My mama was a sinner, tell the devil way down below. My mama raised a sinner, tell the devil we said hello. Look down, oh, look deeper down into the stories eyes tell. Pull away from the lovers, hiding on the covers, cause our history taught us well. Look down, oh, look deeper down, toss a coin in a wishing well. Feeling sorry for my brother, should have been a better mother. How I miss you, my Michelle. Look down, oh, look deeper down to the waters as they swell, creating waves like no other, just a sister and a brother, just content on raising hell. Couldn't remember to.
That's amazing. I love that song. It's a great song. It's one of my favourites of yours, actually. I can imagine Jennifer Nettles doing something like that. I can imagine that. Yeah.
Have you heard? She's just done a brand new album. It's not released yet, actually. I've had a couple of tracks on the show. She's just done an album of musical covers, and I was proper geeking out.
Oh, wow. Has she? It's not released yet? Well,
no, I think she's done 2 singles. One's from Hamilton and one's from Guys and Dolls, Sit Down, You're Rocking the Boat. And it was like very much like that. And I was like, oh, I like this. I wasn't sure it was going to work, but...
let's incorporate some of them in front of the set.
That is one that I dread.
I thought that was brilliant. So, no, thanks for playing that for us. So you've been with country music social media. You've been doing bits with Ken and Rachel for a while. They've been promoting you. How have you found that? Because obviously social media has been so important over the last year.
Yeah, it has. So I joined, I think, the day before my EP was released.
Oh.
Which was, great timing. And it's that thing, I remember watching, Adele and Andy a couple of weeks ago, and they said, without it, no one would have really known who I was at that point. And, you still always kind of constantly have to keep on this social media bandwagon, which, it drives me insane personally, like the whole social media stuff and the way there's so much going on at the minute.
You have to update so many sites, don't you?
Oh, God. Honestly, if I was, again, just starting out and young and I had the time to teach myself about it all, fine, but no. I needed help in hand, and I knew that from the very get-go. So definitely been worthwhile. And I'm still with you guys.
Yes, you are. Yeah, you're still with us. That's brilliant.
I don't know how long it's been, like a year and a half, maybe.
It's been a while now. Yeah, well, we love having you. Thanks for sticking around. So your repeat was it not number one, didn't it? Was it number one?
Yeah, that was a surprise.
Fantastic.
Because again, no one knew who. I think that's I know I say it's about the first single and the first kind of EP. It seems to be much easier to push because your friends and family and that, they'll get on board and it's something new to everyone. And then as you progress with your single releasing, it suddenly becomes like, oh, she's doing another one. Oh.
I know. And then you feel like bullying people to buy it.
And it's less shiny. Yeah. So again, it's different, horses for courses. But yeah, I found that, you see people supporting people and it's nice to be within that crowd. obviously having a radio show helps as well, because you get to know about a lot of new music.
Yes.
And you know, the release radars on the music sites do pick up on what you like, and you're like, oh, okay.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
And just, yeah, it's that dual promotion thing. I find it really hard though when there's artists who don't help out other people. And I'm like, oh, come on, or don't share the radio show or whatever.
Exactly, we're all in the same boat, aren't we? That's the thing. We're all unsigned. You know, we're all trying to get there, and it's hard.
There's space for everyone, you know. Yeah,
we're all different as well. That's what I like about the ones that Ken's got on country music social media. We're all different, which is good. You know, there's not one. She's like her and she's like that. It's everyone is different, and everyone has their own sort of part to play. And I like that. I think it's great that if you all support each other, and all the radio shows, especially because they help us, we help them. Without unsigned radio shows, we wouldn't get heard. So, which is great. So, what's your radio show all about? And tell us a bit more about that.
It's the weird and wonderful part of country music. Do you know what? A lot of it's not actually country, and I will say that now. We've had Nickelback, we've had all sorts. Just anything that stems from southern rock through to just something weird kind of, again, the genre blending things. Like this week we've got Kezia on, we've got Deanne on, and Deanne's a good friend of mine anyway, so regardless of whatever she brought out, she'd probably be on the show. But we're kind of like we're the Outlaw Orchestra, and more lean towards the rockier and folkier weird. I just keep calling it the genre bending, blending sort of show. And it's hard because we've got on that countryradio.uk, there's Jess T, there's Ali, there's Matt, and I try and play the stuff that doesn't get played on their shows. Yeah, which is really hard to do sometimes.
Yeah, they're very good as well. They do play me a bit. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, so and then I feel really bad being like the one going, oh, I've just got an hour, guys, and you've probably been played. And I do sometimes ask like artists when they send it across, like, have you been played by Jess? Yes. Okay. Well,
yeah.
My place is like for the ones who definitely won't get played on the mainstream. And there's been some really quirky, really weird stuff in the past couple of weeks, but. It's taken off, like Amigo the Devil, and he's American. Oh, I wondered when I played that. I was like, is this up anyone's street? Because it was up mine. It was really, really gothic-y, murder ballad country. Yeah, right. And basically one of the songs about a murder at a bingo hall. And I was like,
That's definitely different.
And then he got on Rolling Stone and everything in America, and he's just exploded. Oh. And I was like, oh, okay.
But it's okay.
That's what you get for being different.
I think it's good. No, it's good to hear stuff like that, isn't it? Because you do get the mainstream all the time, which is lovely. I mean, it's great. And just to hear something that doesn't always get the play they deserve, and it's still a good song. It may not be up your street, but it's still a good song to someone. And it's just a well-written song. It deserves playing, the way I see it. So fair play for doing that. So check out Biddy's Country Hour as well. Because what network are you on?
Countryradio.uk. I used to get that so wrong every time.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So check that out.
There's obviously the other one as well.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is quite a lot, quite similar as well. Just be careful what you say, don't you? Be careful you say the wrong one. So, my final question to you before we go, which is probably quite an obvious question, but what are your future plans?
Well, we have this single coming out. We've got some gigs over the summer. For example, the first one we're doing is the 1st of July up in Darlington, which is with Kezia Gill and Hayley McKay. Hayley's the one who organised it. Some support slots, like we're supporting the Outlaw Orchestra, Backwards Creek, Ilfracombe Country Music Festival.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember what date that is, September time sometime.
Yeah, that's down kind of south, that is.
Yeah, there's little bits and bobs. There's a London date that I am announcing tomorrow because I've just got the stuff through.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
Which is with another artist, very similar
Okay,
artist.
look forward to hearing that.
So yeah, just drips and drabs really. And then the band is creeping into the last couple of gigs of the year, November, December, that's when the band are there. So if that's a full lineup or if it's just 2 or 3 people, it's still like as a group instead of just hi. Just
me on my guitar. I'm like,
yeah, exactly. So I was like, and you know what? That I know I play keys and I play some guitar, but keys are really hard to take around with you anyway. My transportable keys weigh a ton, and also I don't have a pedal at the minute for it, so and I can't play as well as the boys can play. So.
Oh, you can play better than I can. I've got 2 keyboards, not really very good. I just sort of play little bits here and there, but. No, you're the first person actually I've done on Zoom that's actually played the keyboard, so you'll stand out in that way now. You cut out then.
With me.
It's all right.
Zoom does that now and again.
Oh, I know, it's awful, isn't it, when it does that?
Lost my... hello? Are we going back?
Yeah, I can hear you all right.
I don't know. Is the keys coming through still?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we've got thunderstorms coming. I reckon it's something to do with that. My connection went earlier as well. Yeah. Well, thanks very much for joining us. Would you play out one more song before we go?
I will. I am going to go back to, we mentioned last summer, Thrill. Oh, God, I'm so sunburnt. On my legs as well, which is a pain.
It's like our pasty skin's not used to all this sunshine.
No, I used to be really
out.
tanned as well. I don't know what happened. You know, as you get older, your skin changes. I'm like, I used to be nice and dark, and now, no. Let's have a go at Thrill. So this is another one. This was originally written on keys. And I like to start off like, it is the wedding march, basically.
Yeah.
You could also sing that Maroon 5 song over it. Like,
You go, yeah.
to the ones that he loved.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's all that.
So yeah, this is the wedding song. No, it's not. It's the one night stand song, as we call it. Bit of Thrill from last year. Thank you.
Go for it.
Staring at the phone, waiting for you to say you're home alone and you want me to come back. You want me to spend the night. I let you run this game. I tell myself it's the last time that happens all over again. And I'm losing. Now with every drawn out line, I know you'll never love me. You'll get your fill just for tonight. I'm here for your thrill. You're calling again. I say that I will be ready in 10 and I'm just drowning in sin. I know I'll let you ride it. What's a girl meant to do? 'Cause every time I feel myself get weak when I'm looking at you. Hope you feel that way too. Yeah, with every drop I lie. No, I can't deny you'll never love me. You'll get your fill just for tonight. I'm here for your thrill. I know you'll never know me. No, I doubt that you will just for tonight. I'm here for your thrill. Now with every drop I lie. No, I can't deny you'll never love me. But you'll get your fill just for tonight. I'm here for your thrill. I know you'll never know me. No, I doubt that you will just for tonight. I'm here for your thrill. Just for tonight. I'm here for your thrill.
Love it.
And
Love
that
it.
one is easier to belt in the studio than it is live.
That's brilliant. You really are just an incredible powerhouse for vocalists and you're a great songwriter. It's absolutely wonderful to have you on the show today. So thank you so much for joining me. And hopefully I'll actually get to meet you personally and not on Zoom.
At some point.
At some point. But our paths may cross. We're like ships in the night, probably. You'll come down to the south. Well, I got the Midlands. So I'm doing one in Leicester later on, as you know, the Country Music Social Media Festival as well. So
that's a day I'm meant to get back from holiday.
I know. That's just typical. We'd love to have you on board. But anyway, hopefully if that goes well, we'll do a double one next year. So hopefully we'll have you on that one.
We'll
so
see how it goes.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, exactly. It's all you can do, especially now with everything changing and everything getting back to normal. So I wish you all the best with your single. Send it to me. I'll play it on my show as well. And thank you so much for joining me, Biddy. Take care. And I'll speak to you soon.
See you later.
See ya.
Thank you.